It's all for the WBO Super Lightweight World Championship.
I'm not one of them.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on. I don't give a about any of that. My only concern is beating Ryan Garcia.
The main battle, expected to cause controversy, has in actuality been rather dull and sidelined by the explosive rivalry between Teofimo Lopez and Arnold Barboza Jr. As a result, from the moment the first press conference kicked off, Teofimo Lopez seized the spotlight, clashing with nearly every fighter at the table, getting on Ryan Garcia's nerves, and trash-talking Arnold Barboza. His brash antics and heated exchanges have dominated headlines, successfully shifting the focus toward his showdown with Arnold Barboza.
You guys are so boring. You guys are talking so politely to each other. That's
how we
crazy.
keeping it.
You guys are all talking so politely, man.
We gonna run that. Remember that. We're gonna run that.
Yeah.
I like it.
I
100%.
hope, but like, bring it in.
100%.
Bring it in. Y'all not even put the tip in yet.
Bro,
like, come on. Pause, by the way. Pause.
Contrary to expectation, while many anticipated Ryan Garcia and Rolando Raleigh Romero to command the most attention, Lopez has stolen the show and got people talking.
Trust me, I'm taking that ring, man.
You might get the, they might put you as world, but I got
my last two fights, you ain't never done shit like that.
However, building on this intensity, the tension reached a boiling point when Teofimo Lopez took things to another level, delivering a slap right under Oscar's nose that sent Arnold Barboza reeling. The dramatic moment instantly escalated their rivalry, fueling even more anticipation for their showdown.
It's all for the WBO Super Lightweight World Championship.
Meanwhile, the most controversial moment involving Raleigh Romero was nothing but a rather laid-back attempt at humor during his post-conference interview, which, despite getting a few chuckles, flew mostly under the radar of many boxing fans.
It's an emotional support pickle.
Based on this entire build-up orchestrated by Raleigh, along with Ryan and his team, perhaps it wasn't all that difficult for Teofimo Lopez to steal the spotlight and sideline the main event, which, in hindsight, was actually the main driving force behind materializing this entire card. Adding to the chaos, while Teofimo was busy talking trash with Arnold Barboza, he decided to spice things up by pulling Devin Haney into the mix. Haney, clearly unimpressed, fired back, saying he didn't even want to have a conversation because Teo was rocking makeup.
I'm gonna beat the out of you.
Damn right.
Out of your ass.
Shit, you ain't gonna do nothing.
That's what I'm gonna do.
All right, all right.
Teofimo, you talked about some
And what
of the,
you looking at, Haney? What you looking at, Haney?
Oh my God.
What the f you looking at? What you think this is?
You got on makeup. You got on makeup. Don't talk to me.
Not missing a beat, Teo embraced the chaos, comparing himself to the Rock legend Bret Michaels. He played well into it too, but Devin, not letting up, clapped back by saying Teo was basically a full-blown WWE character at this point. But instead of denying it, Teo doubled down, fully owning the persona.
Hey, what up, baby? Hey, you ever heard of Bret Michaels?
Man, you gotta worry about
Hey, you ever heard of Bret Michaels? What up, man? Hey, that man a love master too. We get all the ladies.
You're a character.
Yeah?
WWE.
I'm the character.
WWE. You're a
Matter of
character.
fact, hey, let me get that Richard Mille that you got there.
Taking things a step further, with his eyes locked on Haney's wrist, Teo switched gears and asked for his watch because, according to the twisted explanation given by the fighter, why stop at stealing headlines when you can try to steal a $500,000 watch too?
What?
Let me get that Richard. Let me get that Richie. Yeah, I know. Hey,
Never
hey, Todd, how you doing, Todd?
I'm doing well. Let me talk to Arnold for just a second. He's not
who
gonna
cares about that
not
guy?
gonna let you get a word in edgewise, Arnold.
It's stupid.
As the back and forth continued, it started becoming evident that Teo had managed to get under everyone's skin, including Arnold Barboza's. His relentless trash talk and antics weren't just for show, he had clearly embedded himself in Barboza's mind, making their rivalry even more intense.
What that super champion shit? You avoided me for 2-3 years. Man, get your ass up.
Who is you?
Who is me? You saying
is
you
you?
seen the last three
Now-
people?
now you my
The la-
man,
hey,
so
hold
you
on.
been fighting
Hold on.
worse
The
fighters.
last 2, 3, or 4 opponents are better than me. They're better records than me.
Yeah.
They weren't even ranked in the top 10. They had a rank before you.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
However, Arnold Barboza fired back, trying to get under Teofimo Lopez's skin. The back and forth made for an entertaining press conference, with both fighters refusing to back down, setting the stage for an explosive showdown.
Shoot, when I won the National Golden Gloves back in 2015. When I won the National Golden Gloves back in 2015. That wasn't even a pro fight. That was amateurs.
out of here.
Fueled by the intensity of the exchange, Teofimo Lopez was so fired up that even Todd Grisham, who was hosting the LA press conference, wasn't safe from his antics. Lopez showed no hesitation in firing shots in every direction, making it clear that no one, be it fighter, guest, or host, was off limits when he had the mic.
All right, let's turn our attention.
Hey, Todd.
Yeah.
How old is Arnold?
Hey, it don't matter, bro. I'm gonna beat the out of you. That's
Todd,
what
I'm asking you, Todd. His name's
Well,
Arnold.
what's the matter?
Todd, how old is him?
He looks 24.
Ah, suck a dick. How old is he?
What
Look at this. You see 32? What I mean? Hold up.
What are you,
I'm in a
32?
table full
33.
of.
He's
I'm in a
33.
table full of all these guys that they say they ruin boxing. No. Boxing's not ruined. You just got schmucks like this that's on stage that ruins it. They can't even answer the damn question. How old is he, Todd?
He's 33 years old, Teofimo.
Damn right.
Reflecting on the chaos after the press conference, Teofimo Lopez addressed his actions, explaining the moment that ignited the tension. He stated that Arnold Barboza made the mistake of tipping his hat, something he saw as crossing a territorial line. According to Lopez, once someone makes physical contact, everything goes. He further defended his reaction, saying that the slap wasn't premeditated but purely instinctual.
What happened is, like, he tipped my hat.
Right.
He shouldn't be touching my stuff. He shouldn't be touching me. That's territorial.
Right.
Then everything else goes.
Was it instinctual, or did you listen to your dad? He was like, yo, get off on him.
Nah, that's just instinct, man. Like, honestly, go off for that. Like, I was, he's taking advantage. I got both of my hands covered with my belts.
In addition, doubling down on his stance, Teofimo sent a strong message to Arnold Barboza, making it clear that while Barboza may have initiated the conflict, he will be the one to finish it. He emphasized that this is exactly what his persona, the Takeover, represents, seizing control and closing the show on his own terms.
It is what it is. You started it, and we're gonna finish it. That's what the takeover is all about.
However, Arnold Barboza had a different take on the situation. He explained that Lopez's hat had hit him on the forehead, so he took it off, not as an act of aggression, but simply because it was bothering him. He also stated that he wanted to get in Lopez's face and look him directly in the eyes. According to Barboza, it was at that moment that Lopez backed up and then suddenly slapped him, escalating the situation further.
I was, I did, like, his hat hit me on my forehead, so I took it off. I didn't flick it off hard. I just took it off because I wanted to get in his face. I wanted to get in his eyes, you know? And he backed up, and then he gave the bow, and that's when he gave me the little slap. And, man, like, everything, like, about, like, fighting, like, I just blacked, everything just I zoned out. Like, I was heated, and then, behind the scenes, man, it was even crazier.
Offering an outside perspective, Andrew Tate weighed in on the incident, acknowledging the speed of Teofimo Lopez's slap while pointing out that Lopez may have only fueled Arnold Barboza's fire. Tate suggested that the slap likely left Barboza even more motivated, using the moment as extra fuel in training. Expressing his excitement for the May 2nd showdown, Tate also stated that he hopes to be in attendance for the fight.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty quick. But now he's made his opponent mad, so he's going to be remembering that in the gym. I'm just excited for May 2nd. It's going to be a fantastic. Good to meet you. Thanks.
Rolando Romero weighed in on the situation as well, pointing out the obvious tension between Teofimo Lopez and Arnold Barboza. He highlighted how Barboza had been chasing this fight for years, but for one reason or another, it never materialized until now. With that history in mind, Romero made it clear that there's genuine bad blood between the two.
They don't like each other. I mean, Barboza's been trying to get the fight for years, and Teo, not saying that he was dodging Barboza, but the fight didn't happen, So there's that.
Adding to the discussion, Romero described the Lopez-Barboza showdown as a true grudge match, emphasizing that when fighters genuinely dislike each other, anything can happen. He pointed out that emotions run so high in these kinds of rivalries that fighters become so caught up in the moment that they might even jump in recklessly and take shots themselves.
Who do you favor in that one? Curious.
Honestly, it's a grudge match. And when it's a grudge match like that, these motherfuckers hate each other. Anything can happen. They're so emotional, they'll hop in and get hit their damn self.
Echoing this sentiment, Robert Garcia acknowledged that the animosity between Barboza and Teofimo Lopez is unmistakable. Further adding on to his opinion, he stated that this is all part of selling the fight and promoting it, and he believes that their mutual dislike and the fiery exchange that followed will only draw in more fans, amplifying the excitement surrounding the upcoming showdown.
What'd you think, man? It's crazy, interesting.
Just part of promotion. Part of selling a fight good, I know they don't like each other, and you know, they went at it. You know, there was a pretty hard slap. You know, so I think it's just gonna be more fans tuning in, you know, part of the sport.
However, at the same time, Robert Garcia backed Teofimo Lopez, explaining that in Latino culture, particularly among Mexicans, flicking or removing someone's hat is seen as a serious sign of disrespect. He compared it to touching a Mexican's sombrero or duraz, emphasizing that it's simply something you don't do. While Garcia expressed that he likes Arnold Barboza, he acknowledged that Barboza made the mistake of crossing that line, which led to Lopez's reaction.
I don't know, you know, Latinos, because Tio is from Honduras, are pretty much probably the same kind of mentality. If we're in front of somebody and that person flips your hat, especially Mexicans with a sombrero, you know, I know Honduras is kind of very similar. You don't do that. Anyone, right? That goes with anyone. And look, and I like Barboza. We hang out with Barboza in the back. We talked, we had a good talk and everything. But he did that, so.
Shifting the focus to Barboza's momentum, Robert Garcia highlighted that Arnold Barboza is on an impressive run, having scored 2 notable wins in quick succession. He pointed out that Barboza is set to make his 3rd fight in less than a year, a level of activity that Garcia believes gives him a significant advantage, fueling his momentum and sharpening his competitive edge in the ring.
Look, I think Arnold is in a great run right now with 2 great wins back-to-back and very soon from each other. Like, it hasn't been a long time. I think that favors him. You know, he's staying active. This is going to be his 3rd fight in less than a year. So I favor that. You know, activity, I think, is a big advantage for Arnold.
Balancing his analysis, Robert Garcia emphasized that you can't count Teofimo Lopez out. He praised Lopez as an incredibly talented fighter, a smart operator in the ring who knows how to brawl and secure victories when he's firing on all cylinders. While Garcia acknowledged that Lopez has had his off moments, he firmly believes that his skill and intelligence make him a formidable competitor.
But you know, you still can't count Teofimo out. You know, Teofimo is a fucking talented fighter, great, smart man inside the ring. He knows how to do it when he comes in at his best. You know, there's also been bad moments of him. You know, when you know, he's had a few bad moments in a couple of fights where he doesn't look very good. So hopefully we get the best out of Teofimo so we could see a great fight.
Adding his perspective, Ryan Garcia weighed in on the incident, stating that Teofimo Lopez's slap was exceptionally hard, almost a solid 9 out of 10 in terms of impact. His comment underscored the raw intensity of the moment, adding fuel to the growing rivalry between Lopez and Barboza.
That was a hard slap, I'll give him that, probably 9 out of 10 for sure.
Echoing this sentiment, Showbiz the Adult named Arnold Barboza as one of his favorite fighters he's ever met, sealing it with his signature Black 2 Sugars, which is his way of stamping something or emphasizing a point. Showbiz stated, "That guy there is no damn joke." He praised Barboza's raw and authentic energy, describing it as both intense and violent, exactly the kind of personality he gravitates toward. Showbiz went on to call Barboza an entertaining, all-action fighter and made it clear that he absolutely loves what he brings to the sport.
Arnold Barboza is one of my favorite fighters I've ever met, and that's the Black 2 Sugars. Arnold Barboza is one of my favorite fighters I ever met, His energy is so authentic and violent, and I gravitate towards that type of personality, violence. Arnold Barboza is an intimidating, violent individual, and I loved him to death.
Continuing his analysis, Showbiz stated that Teofimo Lopez is not who he appears to be. He revealed that, in reality, Lopez is a deep thinker and a naturally calm individual, with his outspoken and wild persona being nothing more than an act for the cameras. This may come as a shock to many, but according to Showbiz, Teofimo knows exactly what he's doing when he puts on a show.
And I didn't bring up all his slurs or anything. I just wanted to be around him and just see how what that's like. He's nothing. He's actually quiet and cool, and he's a deep thinker. He is nothing like if he can present what he is and not the show that he puts on, he would actually have more fans, bro. But maybe it's the bad guy thing. Maybe it's the bad guy thing, but he's nothing.
Moreover, Showbiz the Adult reacted to Teofimo Lopez's slap in dramatic fashion, claiming that it broke the sound barrier. He joked that the impact was so loud, he actually heard the slap before he even saw it land. His over-the-top reaction only added to the growing buzz around the heated moment between Lopez and Barboza.
That slap broke the sound barrier. Hit the Tyson bell. Brother, that slap broke the sound barrier. I swear I heard the sound before I saw the slap land. This dude has the fastest hands. Look, look, look.
Now, although the heated exchanges between Lopez and Barboza stole the spotlight, the ideal matchup between Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romeros is still quite relevant and popular among the diehard fans of the sport. Expressing his sentiments about the claims that his fight is boring and lackluster, Rolly Romero made it clear that he isn't caught up in the Lopez-Barboza drama, stating that, unlike them, he does not dwell on rivalries. His only focus is stepping into the ring on May 2nd and taking down Ryan Garcia.
I'm not one of them. Yeah. And that's what's going on. I don't give a about any of that shit. My only concern is beating Ryan Garcia.
Seeing things differently, Ryan Garcia shared his thoughts after facing off with Rolando Romero, stating that after locking eyes with him, he came to the conclusion that Romero is visibly shaken. Garcia suggested that Romero doesn't seem eager to engage in anything outside of the fight itself, but added that he's fine with that. For Garcia, the focus remains the same, showing up on fight night and handling business in the ring.
He's a little shook, you know, right now he doesn't seem like he wants to engage in anything, but that's okay, here to do my job.
Building on the discussion of Romero's presence in the sport, Robert Garcia expressed that Rolando Romero is good for boxing, noting that fans are drawn to him and enjoy listening to what he has to say. He acknowledged that Rolly can sometimes come off as unorthodox or unpredictable, but that only adds to his appeal. Garcia believes that regardless of opinions on him, people genuinely want to see Romero step into the ring and compete.
Sometimes he talks things that doesn't make sense, but people still laugh about it. You know, he laughs about it, people laugh about it. People just want to hear him, and people want to see him compete. I think it's an interesting fight.
Expanding on his analysis of the fight, Robert Garcia pointed out that Ryan Garcia's speed and power will be the key factors in this matchup. While he is picking Ryan to win, he still finds the fight intriguing, acknowledging that Rolly Romero always makes for an entertaining showdown. Garcia expects it to be a great fight for the fans.
I think Ryan's speed and power will be the main difference there, and I think I do pick Ryan to win, but it's still interesting. You know, Rolly's always puts up good fights, always puts up good shows, so you know, it's a great fight to watch.
Adding another perspective, Gervonta Tank Davis shared his thoughts on the upcoming showdown between Rolly Romero and Ryan Garcia, stopping short of calling an upset victory for Romero crazy. He remained non-committal on the outcome, but still expressed his hope that Romero can pull it off. Regardless of the result, Tank believes the fight will be an exciting clash between the two.
Can Rolly pull off the upset against Ryan?
Can Rolly pull off the upset?
Yeah, do you think
I don't want to say that's crazy, but yeah, hopefully, bro. Hopefully for the sake of Rolly, he can pull it off, but it's going to be a good fight.
However, boxing trainer Jamie Robinson shared his prediction for the highly anticipated clash between Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero, stating that he expects Garcia to secure a knockout victory after the 7th round. Robinson believes Garcia's speed and power will eventually break Romero down as the fight progresses, leading to a stoppage in the later rounds.
Ryan Garcia by KO after 7.
Additionally, Showbiz the Adult described Rolando Romero as absolutely hysterical, calling him a true comedian in the sport. He highlighted Rolly's natural ability to entertain, both in and out of the ring. Additionally, Showbiz pointed out that despite the way Romero carries himself, he isn't actually that big in size, suggesting that his personality often makes him seem larger than life.
Rolly is hysterical. He's a true comedian. Number 2, Rolly's not that big, dog. Pause. Ryan had him dwarfed. And that's one thing Rolly had over Ryan.
With tensions running high and emotions boiling over, the rivalry between Teofimo Lopez and Arnold Barboza has taken center stage, overshadowing even the main event of Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero. From heated exchanges to explosive slaps heard around the boxing world, this May 2nd has all the makings of a grudge match that fans won't want to miss. We want to hear from you. Who are you rooting for? Let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed the video, slap that like button and share it with a fellow boxing fan. And subscribe so you never miss a beat.